Hey there, welcome back guys. This video special thanks to the folks at Knox Influencer for sending us the car mount for the Starlink Mini. We're going to be able to take the show on the road and boldly go where no internet has gone before. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's see if this thing will work out just right for you. Whether you're on the road or stationary, they've got you covered with this magnetic mount. So come. So you're going to need the original cable for the Starlink Mini. I have a link to this in the description if you want to 3D print this so that we can power it. You're also going to need the Star Gear or any other power adapter so you can plug it into the car, cigarette lighter, and of course we have everything right here, and your Starlink Mini. So this is the packaging it comes in. Great packaging, the magnetic mounts. Easy to put together, some instructions here. Most likely this is what we need to do, turn them on. It only goes on one way. Also comes with this little card right here. Download the Amazon shopping app. Really easy and straightforward. Oh wow, they're all stuck together magnetically. We can put that under there so it doesn't blow away. And it's really soft. You don't have to, I was more worried about it scratching my car. My God, it's rubber coated, and you can see if you look really closely the magnets are there, so it's not going to scratch your car. So you want to make sure that this part is facing down because that's the part that's going to go into the Starlink and feed in. And so once you confirm that you have that looking like that, you can grab one of these things and thread them in from this end right here, as you can see, and then keep turning them clockwise until they're pretty snug, and there's no way they're going to come off. And now this is 2. Let's turn that on right here. And last but least, number 4. There we go. Make sure they're all snug so they don't turn. It's not going to go anywhere because it's magnetized, and it should look like that. Now what you're going to do is grab your Starlink Mini. Make sure you have the waterproof seal on here for the Ethernet connection. If you don't, I'll leave a link to it in the description, but make sure that's covered because it is going to be on top of the car. And then what you will do is you will slide this in. See how the shape is like this? And this is the same shape, okay? And then we're going to push this in so that it's like that. See, so it locks in. And to remove it, just lift it a little and then slide back down, okay? See, it slides right out. Lift it, it snaps in, and then lift it a little, and then let it slide back out, okay? Knowing that moving forward, it should go on the car. And it looks like we'll be able to, look at all these little bugs, put the Starlink Mini cover on. We've got you covered. So this is the tricky one to put on, but once you have it on, you are golden. Then you don't have to worry about the elements from the environment making your Starlink Mini dirty. So this is great. So we'll just flip this over so that you guys can see, and we'll have to unwind this. See, and we'll just leave these here. Don't lose those. Those come in handy when you want to coil up your Starlink Mini. And see, this fits right in like there. Pull it up and then out, and then run the cable under so you don't have to worry about flapping around anywhere. And then pull this like this, and then now slide it in, right? Make sure it locks. Remember, you have to hear that click, okay? And then now we can pull this out like that, and then feed the power cable in here. That's not going anywhere. Now we know it's not going anywhere if it accidentally comes out. And remember, these will not scratch your car. It's a really nice rubbery feel that's magnetic on the inside. And now let's put this thing on the car. So here we have the Starlink Mini. We're gonna put it on top of here. If you have a sunroof, you probably just wanna slide it down a little bit more, but it should be ideal. Now the moment of truth, like, will it scratch my car? I don't know. Let's have a look at the car beforehand and then after. So here's the car, nice and white on top, no scratches, maybe some in the back, but that was already there, but nothing on top, okay? We make these videos so you don't have to. The only thing I have an issue with is where does it go when it comes to the oh wow. Wow, don't have your hands underneath there because it is hard to you know, managed that way because of the suction. The magnets are so powerful. Yeah, there's room under there to get your hands in there to remove it. The question is, where does the cable go? But let's see if we can remove it easily, right? We're going to require strength, muscle, and all that other fun stuff, or will it come off easily? So there we have it. So you could probably put your hand underneath there so you don't rip up the Starlink. But as you can see, it's on there. There go our cables. And as you're driving, the pressure from the wind is going to cause it to just keep it down, so you don't have to worry. So the only issue you're going to have is where should it go, ideally. That's up to you. I felt the pressure. Oh, wow. Oh, it's easy to remove. Just requires 2 hands, but don't have your hands underneath there when putting it on. But I would definitely recommend finding a good spot and watch your fingers. Don't have your fingers underneath because it's gonna pull. That thing, it's not going anywhere, literally. So you're pretty much golden in that sense. Pull it up with both hands. Make sure your hands aren't underneath there. Grab it, pull it up. If you have it on the center, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but pretty much don't have your hands underneath. As you can see, make sure the cable is where you want it, right? So put it like that, and then wait for it to, see, it's not going anywhere. Just make sure you have it on correctly underneath there. Again, pull it up, and there we go. And now I'm just gonna let it suction up, try to center it. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. As for the cables, let's grab this thing right here. We have the Stargear power adapter, so we can plug this one out. Windows are down, so we don't have to worry about where to plug in the Starlink Mini. Probably we want to roll down the back window. Starlink is plugged in, but that's okay. Probably roll down the back window on the side. Make sure your light's blue. I'll leave a link to this in the description down below so that you can see which one that is. And most likely the only issue we'll have is running the cable. I have seen some people run it through the door, but in our case, we'll just run it like that, unwind it. Don't need to have the car running. We just turned it on to so we can roll down the windows. Gonna unwind this here and then put it back in the car. Try not to step on it. It is a long cable. They do have shorter ones, but this one does the trick. Since, you know, when you're mobile, you just never know when you're gonna need that extra length. Okay, we can put this back in the car like that. Plug it into our Stargear adapter, which is right there. We can start the car or just turn it so that you don't have to start your ignition. Just turn the key until the blue light turns on. The Starlink car charger is great because it allows you to not only give the power to your Starlink, but also you can charge your phone at the same time. As you can see, our phone does need to be topped off, and you need your phone to access your Starlink. 1, 2, 3. So you want to make sure you connect to your Starlink Mini. So ours is the How To by Lou. Select join. And let's see what we got here. Yep, we're connected. Now we can get out. Sometimes you have to quit the Starlink app or disconnect from any Bluetooth experience you have in your car that needs your Wi-Fi so that you can see one device, How To by Lou, network device, any obstructions, again, connect to Wi-Fi. See, Lucky More is actually the Bluetooth. So again, disconnect from any additional Bluetooth devices you have in your car. And now we should be able to turn it off, turn it on again, and the How To by Lou should appear, and it should stay connected. Knowing that, moving forward, we'll go back, quit there, go see Starlink is unreachable, but now it is. I wouldn't worry so much about the alignment because we're in the car, but we could align it while it is on the car, right? Just for the sake of the alignment. So to know if you have internet with your Starlink, because we're going to be driving anyway, right? What we'll do is we will go put the phone into airplane mode, and we still have Wi-Fi, and hopefully we're connected, and we should get something in Safari. Like there we go, see? And if we go to YouTube, YouTube should load, hopefully. This study is over. We'll just go to YouTube, just regular. See, so we know we're connected. The alignment's not its best, but you know, for the sake of this video, it has to be because we're going to be driving around. Go here to the Starlink and do a speed test just to see what we get. It should be fairly, oh wow, not so bad. Remember, the alignment's not correct, but it's definitely good because we're able to take the show on the road and keep the kids happy and content in the car, you know, with the basic megabits per second, which is still pretty good. And as long as, remember, as you align it correctly, you will definitely get that optimal. Just be careful when rolling up the window. That's that one. Do it slowly in case it's windy and raining. You could, I've seen some folks run it right in there. See that little lip and space in there? Watch out for bees. And then somehow you should have that little buffer that's needed. Oh, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3. Just gonna take it for a short spin, and you know, since I am driving, what I'll just keep doing is run the refresh on our speed test. But so far so good. Look at that connection. Let's start the car and roll down the windows and take the show on the roads. It's possible that on the start of the car it rebooted, and look at that, it's on there. Camera's on there. If we're going to lose anything first, it's going to be that camera. And there we are. Kind of neat, huh? The only thing I'm confident that Starlink mount is going to stay up there. I am not confident that camera mount is going to do justice. It's hard to get off, and if you have your fingers on there while you're putting it on, it's going to hurt. So don't get your fingers caught in there. Right about after this car, the Acura, and we'll be accurate with our internet connection. There we are. Look at that, going 50 miles an hour. Kind of neat, huh? Because, well, 55 is the speed limit, so we're definitely doing more than that. Yep, there we are. Just that cable. We can run a speed test again. See, there we are. Oh wow, optimal speeds. Get off on the highway, go on some bumpy roads. We make these videos so you don't have to. That's a different angle. All right, let's see. We'll pull into here. It's a little bit bumpy, and we'll just switch the camera around. Test again. It's a little tight spot we're in right now. There is a stop sign, but we still got our internet connection. And most of all, hopefully it's still on the roof, right? Well, you'd know if it dropped off on the roof because it's tethered. We are going to go through the business district. And that is pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. Able to take the show on the road, boldly go when no internet has gone before. The only issue is with the cable running through the window, but that's the least of our worries because there's a way to finagle it to make it work out just right for you. The mount is not going anywhere. The only concerns we had was with the camera, and it managed to stay on there. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope that this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.